Hi, Hobbits. My name is Anna, and I am the owner of the Shire Bookstore, and I am here with Dobby. Do not fret. Dobby does have a sock, so he is a free elf, so do not worry about that. And I wanted to do a really quick book review of this book that I read a couple of months ago. So this is my first Brandon Sanderson book, and this is called Tress of the Emerald Sea. And this book fits in the genre of fantasy. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me so you know where I'm coming from when I am trying to review a book. So most of the time I'm going to enjoy the book for the book itself and also try to figure out as a bookseller who this book would really appeal to. So who I would recommend the book to. Also know that I have just begun to read fantasy. So I usually stick with historical fiction. For most of my life, I did read, for most of my adult life and a lot of my a young adult life, I read a lot of nonfiction. And so for a long time, I read nonfiction. I felt that fiction was a waste of time because I could be learning something. So I always want to learn. So if I did waver from nonfiction, it would be historical fiction, because historical fiction would be teaching me something about the history then. And so I didn't read fantasy. I couldn't read fantasy because it was just so out there that I just never was didn't appeal to me. Now, I say all of that because I have been converted. I have been converted. I really enjoy fantasy, but I still struggle reading fantasy. And so a lot of the times I want to try to make sense of the world that the author is building. And because I'm trying to make sense, I sometimes struggle and don't enjoy the book because I'm just like, well, what does that mean? So let me just show you an example. So I'm going to read the back so you know what the book is about real quick. So this is about Tress. So the only life Tress has known on her island home in an emerald green ocean has been a simple one, with the simple pleasures of collecting cups brought by sailors from faraway lands and listening to stories told by her friend Charlie. But when his father takes him on a voyage to find a bride and disaster strikes, Tress must stow away on a ship and seek the sorceress of the deadly Midnight Sea. Amid the spore oceans where pirates abound, can Tress leave her simple life and make her own place sailing a sea where a single drop of water can mean instant death? All right. So in this book, we are introduced to Tress, and Tress's real name is, I think, like Gorf. I forget. She has a really funny name. I thought that was funny. I thought it was cute. She likes to collect cups, and so again, that I'm a collector. I like to collect little trinkets. So I really was enjoying this book. But then it got to the point where their ocean, so their sea, the Emerald Sea, is green, and it's made up of spores, and they have to they cannot have, if water gets on the spore, it quickly makes a big huge plant, and it's destructive and it destroys things. And so they neutralize it, and I forget how they neutralize it, but they're able to neutralize it somehow. I forget. I think it's because of if there's iron in it or something like that. Anyways, that's beautiful. Look at that cover. Anyways, and so that was just my. There was other things in it that it's just a different world, and I have to learn to just like take it in stride. I can't be nitpicking all of these things like, well, we are made out of mostly water. What if we cry? What if, all of these things or whatever. And so I'm thinking all of that, and that's not the point. The point of a fantasy book is that you get lost and immersed in the world and take it for what it means, and just go with the flow. Don't try to reason. Now, my husband is a fantasy reader. That's all he reads is fantasy. And sometimes he will say their world here doesn't make any sense, and it's not building really well. But he learns to kind of get over that really quickly. But sometimes there are conflicts, contradictions to the world building. But overall, this was a good book. Overall, it was fun. Overall, I like Brandon Sanderson. I like how he writes. He's very good at his characters. I laughed. I was anxious. I was hopeful. And if you like pirates, if you like, it reminded me a lot of like Treasure Planet, kind of that kind of vibe, where things are, there's an adventure, there is this heroine, there's this young lady who has curiosity and is in a free spirit to learn and to voyage out. Very, very entertaining. I listened to this book while I was driving with my husband, and it was great. It was great. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and introduced me to Mr. Brandon Sanderson. And I did find out about this book too, also, that he wrote this book for his wife, and she, and it was just for her. It was just for her, and she encouraged him to have it published, and he did. So this is Tress of the Emerald Sea. It is available here at the Shire. Out of 5 stars, I would give it like a 3.5 stars, and really an enjoyable book. Pirates, sea voyage, villains, monsters, that kind of stuff. I think you would. Oh, and there's a little bit of love in there. A little bit of love there. There is a twist and a plot twist there. I didn't see it. That was really entertaining. So maybe more like a 3.8 definitely, because I forgot about that ending. I read this a couple months ago. I should do book reviews closer to when I read them, but it did give me a good all-around sense, and I definitely recommend it for young adults, high schoolers, even middle schoolers. This book was fun and adventurous. So if you like adventure, if you like pirates, if you like fantasy, definitely recommend Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. Anyways, you have a wonderful day. Me and Dobby say goodbye. Take care.